Welcome to CYSZ Gaming. This is your host, the King Paradigm, bringing sport and combat gameplay here. So this is just a casual set with my buddy. So today we're gonna talk about how to bait opponents in MKX. Because nobody talks about that. It's like a mind game that like the pros do all the time, and nobody really knows what's going on. So basically, baiting opponents MKX is when you do something to make them basically do something. So like, for instance, if you're bursting smoke, if you just jump back from him and just stay full screen, the chances that he'll do back 2-1, which is that teleport punch that smoke does, are really high. Because think about his options. What can he possibly do? He can either throw a smoke ball, or he can teleport punch. That's the only way he can get in, unless he wants to run in. That's the only two options he has. Or he can do the teleport smash, which is super punishable. But you'll kind of see that coming from that long away. So, but that's the only options he's got. So that's how you would bait it. So if you want to practice your tech and shit, and you wanted to get him to do it so you can get more experience with it, then you would basically jump full screen. And then you know he's probably going to do that punch to get in on you, get closer to you basically. You might do the full screen to do the whole thing, but I've already told you tech against that. But that's how you would bait it. Also, Kung Lao. If you're fighting a Kung Lao and you go full screen, then that's basically that's gonna make Kung Lao want to either teleport or run in. Like, that's the only two options, because his hat throw is not that fast. It's not that good. If he's versus somebody with a good projectile that's faster, like if he's versus Morpho Kitana, he's not gonna try to zone Morpho Kitana because he knows he's not gonna win. He's gonna pretty much end up basically teleporting in on you. So like this gameplay right here for the second match, what I really want to focus on, it's got a lot of baiting that I do, like Reptile. Like, I do dash baits. Like Reptile, when he dashes, he's safe if he dashes right in front of your face. You can only punish him on the when you run up. So like, watch this. So I'll dash and then backdash immediately. Like, I'll backdash. I'll be hitting the backdash button. Okay, this is a stagger. So in MKX there are staggers, and it's basically a mind game. It's basically done so people press buttons, because most of the time when people stagger, they don't finish the string, and in result, it makes the other person think they messed the string up or something like that, and they try to punish them real quick because they stopped the string and they got to recover. They got recovery phrase, but by the time they realize it was a stagger, they end up getting punished. It's a mind game. It's baiting your opponent to press buttons. That way you can keep going in on them and make sure they and pretty much combo them. So like that right there is a dash bait right there. I'll actually dash and backdash immediately. Like, I'm not even gonna commit to any dash pressure. I'm just gonna backdash immediately, because people usually they'll try to do a full combo Reptile during the dash. He's not safe if you hit him during the dash, but if you let me finish my dash and I block, I'm still safe. That was another one, just backdashing and whip punishing. Basically, when people start doing moves and stuff, you gotta figure out what move you can punish them with to interrupt their string. Because certain strings in this game you can't interrupt. Like if Aaron Black's doing his put him up combo, the 2-1-1-2-2 combo, there's only certain stuff I can do to interrupt it. Like if I do a slide in a certain part of that combo, it'll still hit me. But certain moves will overwrite the other person's move, and that's what you're basically trying to do. You're trying to backdash, or you're trying to basically, if they're doing a combo, you're trying to basically do your combo and to interrupt their combo. So there's like stand and block and immediately low. Like if you run up to a person and you like if they have like Sub-Zero, let's say you're fighting Sub-Zero and it's a clutch moment, and you're like, shit, man, it's so close to health, but you could take a slide. Like if you block it, you know you're not gonna die from the chip of it, basically. So what you do to bait him is you just stand up. It's kind of risky though, because the slide is pretty fucking quick. But if you just stand right like at mid screen or like full screen, mid screen's better because he wants to make sure he can reach too to commit. But just stand at the very end. They'll most likely slide because they'll be like, oh, he's not blocking his legs, he's just stand blocking. So as soon as you see that animation come out, you just block low. Now you just successfully baited Sub-Zero into sliding you and getting full combo punish. That's that. There's also like there's aggressive baiting too. It's like when somebody in the corner, they keep knocking you down. They knock you down like 3 times in a row. Like 2 times in a row, if you knock somebody down, don't respect their wake up. The 3rd time, they'll most likely wake up. That's like what I would call like aggressive baiting. Like you're trying to make them wake up and use their bar, basically. Like if I'm fighting Ermac Mystic, I'm going to keep pressuring them and then I'm going to randomly block. Or when people don't knock you down, they'll run up and just block real quick. Because you're going to be looking at them running. You're like, oh, they're about to come pressure me. I was going to wake up on them real quick. They baited you successfully then because they ran up and just started blocking. That means that they knew they wanted you to wake up. So they ran at you. That way you'd basically feel nervous and then you'd wake up. That was basically a really good bait on their part. Also, there's a jump bait too. In this game, like right now, like mid-screen, we're at about mid-screen. In mid-screen, most people will jump. So like sometimes in a match, I'll literally go in the spot to where they can perfectly jump in on me. And the reason I do that is because then I can actually prepare myself for an anti-air. Like I know Shujinki made a video on anti-airs, and he said he always does it off of reads because of spacing. There's certain spacing that people will always jump at more than other opportunities. Like if someone's in the corner, they're most likely gonna do a down 1 punch or a down square or down X, and then they'll try to jump out off the hit advantage all the time. So you can anti-air them off rip. You'll know the anti-air. But baiting them in the sense is just going in the spot where you know they can get an easy jump in. Like you do it on purpose. You just stand in that spot because you're like, they're gonna jump in now. As soon as they jump in, you do a full combo punish on them. Or you anti-air them and then you combo them basically. And that's like baiting. Like in MKX, like nobody talks about this, but like it's really a really good thing to get used to doing, like trying to bait people to do certain actions. I remember at the last tournament Silent Fox was in, I think it was at KIT. Before he even conditioned Raptor, or not Raptor, before he even conditioned Dragon, he did the forward with Sector, which is the knee combo, into the kick, which you can duck and do a full combo punish on. He already knew Raptor would just off instinct just duck. So he did the knee, and then he did a teleport instead, which baited him. The knee baited him to duck, because he knew he was going to duck, and then he did the teleport. That was a successful bait, because it was like clever, because it was like he knew Raptor was going to duck from getting hit by that forward 4, so he just basically teleported instead of committing to it and getting full combo punish. Like that was really smart. Also, it's like characters like Ermac, Melina, GM Sub, if you like run up to them like while they're down, Melina's gonna wake up roll. So run up, block against Melina. So most likely you'll block the roll. Most likely she's gonna roll because she's thinking you're pressuring her. And most of the time Melina's roll with low profile any string you're doing anyway, and then you'll be in a full combo. That's why people are so nervous fighting Melina, because she's literally got a 6-frame roll that's not Quan Chi trans punishable, so she can kind of get away with it sometimes, most of the time basically doing it. Even though it's not really safe, but it's not too unsafe, basically. So that's how you bait opponents in MKX. That's basically like the talk of it. Like, leave your opinion in the description. If you like the video, make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, share with somebody if they don't know about baiting in this game and what's going on. Because most of the time when you're losing this game, you may be getting baited to do certain things, basically. You're getting baited to block high or get baited to block low, basically. There's a really good bait that I do. It's almost a gimmick. It's a mind game. I'll actually run up to you and not block. I'll just stand in your face and just stand there. And then about 2 seconds later, as soon as I see your character move, I'll start pressing the button. And usually it'll get people because it's baiting them to like the bait is that, look, I'm standing here, I'm not blocking. I'm not blocking at all. I'm free right now. You can completely do anything you want. And they think you're not playing or something. And as soon as they let go of block, you just combo. Like that shit actually works on a lot of people because a lot of people, it's my respect test. Like I'm testing to see how much respect that you got for me, basically. And a lot of people have a lot of respect. Some people don't have respect. They'll just combo immediately and I'll get full combo punish. But the people that have respect for me, I'll gauge it from that. Just doing it one time, I'll be like, okay, he respects me a lot. so he's not attacking me. I can do this all day basically. So anyways, enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, take care.